1929, the Northwest 200 first took place on the now famous Triangle Circuit between Portstewart, Coleraine and Portrush. And now, 90 years later, a very special year, very special anniversary, not only the 90 years that I've just mentioned, but two new sponsors on board. The 2019 Northwest 200 will officially be known as the Fonacab International Northwest 200 in association with Nicholl Oils. William McCausland from Fonacab. The taxi service finally arrives in the North Coast by the look of things.
Yes, Fonacab are delighted to be one of the title sponsors at this year's event. We have history with the event for a long time, sponsoring riders at the event, and it's really great to eventually become a sponsor of the event. I've been coming here from, I think we're just trying to remember, first year I think it was here was 1973, and it was a similar day to this, like extremely wet, but one of the first early memories of it was 1975, whenever Mick Grant and Barry Ditchburn brought the works Kawasaki's. Like, I was only a nipper, but I remember it vividly, and it was the most beautiful, sunny, fantastic day.
And William, hundreds of thousands of people have come along year on year to the International Northwest 200. How good does it sound to talk about or hear people talking about the Fonacab International Northwest 200?
Oh, it's just fantastic. You know, our business has been going for over 50 years, and eventually get to a situation where you're in the position to be able to sponsor an event like this. It just is amazing, and it does make you so proud of what you've achieved.
Can you do anything about the weather for us?
All I can do is hope and pray for a beautiful week, and that's, if we get that like last year, it'll just be fantastic. Like last year's event, I was up on Thursday, and I was obviously up at the race on Saturday, and it was just the best racing and the best weather we've had in a long time, and it just makes such a great event out of it.
William McCausland, thanks very much indeed. Here's to a very happy, healthy and safe Northwest 200 with Fonacab.
Yes, that's all we can hope for, and we're really looking forward to it.
And also heavily involved in the sponsorship of the 2019 Northwest 200, that's the Fonacab International Northwest 200, Gary Nicholl from Nicholl Oils. Gary, big moment for your firm.
Yeah, great to be involved with the Northwest. Been coming to it for years, and the opportunity to get more involved with Mervyn was one we couldn't turn down.
What does a firm like Nicholl Oils, and you're well known throughout not just this area but Northern Ireland, what does a firm like Nicholl Oils get out of being involved with an event like the International Northwest?
Well, it's there's a lot of people come from all over the world in the UK and Northern Ireland, and it's great that we can, as a family firm based locally, put something back into the local economy and sponsoring and helping Mervyn put on this fantastic show.
Mervyn White, 90-year anniversary. We have presumably a big and a rather spectacular 2019 Northwest 200 to look forward to.
Yes, we're certainly working away at a number of opportunities this year for the Northwest. We have a number of new items penciled in during the week of the event itself, with chat shows, for example, with Jonathan Ray on the Wednesday night of race week itself, plus a number of our new additions, if you like, to the 2019 event. So it's all looking good at the present time.
And your headline sponsor, of course, are going to make it the Fonacab International Northwest 200 in association with Nicholl Oils. How big, how important was it, and how difficult was it to get those two on board?
I suppose it's probably fair to say I've been working on it this last 2-3 months, once Vauxhall left back in July of August, and we knew that they had finished their 5-year period itself, and I was on the lookout, and I worked at it, I suppose, for a few months, and we've came up with Fonacab and Nicholl Oils, which is great news from our end of things. Title sponsorship is not the easiest to get in sport nowadays, and with companies like Fonacab and association with Nicholl Oils, it's good news.
And Mervyn, of course, it's important, it's imperative that you have sponsors like that for the International Northwest.
Very much so. I mean, they're the making of the event itself at the end of the day, and these sponsors are putting good money into the event. The Northwest 200 now is costing us approximately about £1 million to run. So without the help of sponsors, and we're associated sponsors or individual race sponsors, Cosby Coast and Glens Council, BBC Television, we would be stuck. We also have Tourism NI on board as well. So without the help of all those partners, be difficult to run the event itself.
And Mervyn, you mentioned Jonathan Ray looking forward to seeing the multiple world champion here again in 2019. Any word on a certain rumour about a Red Bull Formula One racing car?
We've been in conversation, it's fair to say, on a few occasions, but again, it's just down to finances. These things, cost a lot of money to bring to the event itself. We've had various discussions, I suppose, over this last 2 months, so we'll wait to see what happens. Just, it's early days yet.
Well, the build-up has really started for the 2019 Fonacab International Northwest 200 in association with Nicholl Fuels. 2 new sponsors on board and a lot promised, and I have no doubt that the event will be as big and as popular and as spectacular as ever when in just over 3 months' time this grid is filled with motorbikes. For Cosby Coast Community, with Q Radio, I'm Dennis McNeil.
Q